This feels weird. Now that I've had my run to clear my head and I've had a really good breakfast, I think it's finally time to discuss the elephant in the room here with me. I felt like I was doing such a good job building up the hype surrounding starting grad school, leaving URI for this whole new adventure. I filmed vlogs from every single grad school visit that I went on, and I was super happy and super proud that I was able to do that. But then I moved to Cambridge. Wait, I got engaged, I moved to Cambridge, and then started my classes at MIT in like the same few days, less than a week. And I feel like I had no time, or I couldn't figure out how to prioritize my time correctly to get something out to you guys in the form of a vlog or the types of videos that I like to record and put out here on this channel. And I gotta say, that stuck with me like the entire fall semester, because all I wanted to do was share what I was going through. This past fall was the hardest academic semester I had ever been through in my entire life. And with that being said, it's also the most I've ever learned, I feel like. I went in knowing that classes at MIT were going to be difficult, so that kind of helped. I set my expectations correctly. I found myself having little to no motivation to pick up the camera and record something, edit something, upload something. It just felt very daunting. So I got through the fall, I passed my classes, got into a lab. The holiday season was fantastic, had a lot of time to relax. Yeah, I feel like you're pretty much caught up to now. Obviously, I also put out a documentary on this channel about a month ago that Sam and I had been working on for a few years. And that documentary, if you haven't seen it, really meant a lot to the both of us and was difficult to put together and to film and to figure out the right words to say, but I think at the end of the day we were both super proud of how everything turned out. It was a bit of a change of pace as to what I normally put out on the channel, but I felt like it was the right time after not having uploaded for a while. But now we're back to regularly scheduled day in the lives, kind of just insider information on what it's like to be a grad student and to be a grad student at MIT, because I feel like that perspective isn't really shared here online. So with that bit of background as to where I've been, now let's focus on today, because the past is the past. Let's move forward. I might review a little bit about the classes and the fall in more specific detail, either later this video or in an upcoming video. But for now, I'm running a bit behind because I haven't vlogged in a while and I'm not used to timing things out, giving myself some extra moments during the morning to pick up the camera. So just had my breakfast. I'm now going to pack my bag, get my lunch all set up because I have to head into lab today. We're currently in the last week of kind of the winter session, right before classes start for the spring. I have a few things to do today in lab involving some like cell culture room clean out and just kind of going over what my goals are gonna be for this upcoming semester in terms of my own research and my project and making sure that continues while I'm taking classes. The unfortunate thing is I can't film in labs here. So I'm gonna have to figure out something to make sure you guys aren't just left completely in the dark. Frankly, I think it would make it a pretty boring video if I just like talked to you here now and then saw you again like later in the day back here with like nothing in between. We'll figure something out. I'm gonna brush my teeth, pack my bags, do all that stuff, and I'll see you in a bit. Can't forget the extra coffee, and of course, gotta represent the old lab. Cheers. I thought now that I'm not up against the clock trying to rush out the door, I would dive a little further into this past fall, what made the classes so difficult, and get into the spring classes that are starting up next week and what my schedule is gonna look like. So, the fall, I took thermo and stat mech, thermodynamics and statistical mechanics, it's a mouthful, and numerical methods. Those two classes were two of the 4 core classes that are required at MIT as part of the chemical engineering PhD curriculum. Along with those 2 classes, we had an elective. I opted to take an engineering nanotechnology class, which ended up being a really cool kind of introduction into a lot of different themes in nanotech that I had never been exposed to. And on top of that, I also had a seminar course, kind of. It was like 3 days a week. Professors would come and talk about their research and some of the projects they had available to students. It was kind of a way for us to get to know different professors without having to meet with every single one of them and hopefully guide our advisor search. That was also simultaneously going on and kind of had to be self-driven. The 2 core classes. I think obviously what made it difficult was the content itself is grad level. It's definitely a lot. It's not meant to be easy. Also the time commitment. You're in lectures, you have office hours that are run by the different TAs, and at the end of the day, because it was so difficult for me, I was trying to attend everything I could. Every office hour session, the professors would hold office hours, I would go to those. And then the P sets, or problem sets, just the homework sets that we were given, took a very long time. It was definitely the one piece of the puzzle that I was not expecting. They really encourage you to get together with other first years and work together on these problems collaboratively as a team to tackle them. Like, you're not meant to do these things by yourself. And that was definitely evident. We had our little first year offices, and there's a big group of us that we all kind of like helped each other out and figured these crazy problems out together, and were able to turn them in at the end of each week. So every week we had a problem set in both of the core classes. It definitely started to add up as the weeks went on, just like repetitive. All right, gotta do this P set, gotta complete this problem by this day so that I'm on track to complete the whole thing by Friday. I found it a little bit tricky to prioritize my time in the right way. I definitely had to come to terms with the fact that I feel like I'm at a different stage in life. As I enter this program, just got engaged, getting married next year, crazy statement. I have this beautiful apartment that's not on campus, which is kind of rare for first year students. I have a relationship to prioritize there with Sam. I'm trying to form these friendships. I'm not trying to make my entire life about these classes, especially because my research, or what I'm thinking I want to get into, or what I know I'm going to get into, isn't super thermodynamics heavy or numerical methods heavy in the way that like we were learning it, which is very theory based, very in depth on these different topics, which like, it's hard to say that because yes, these training in these classes helps you no matter who you are, what your research goals are. These classes are there for a reason. So I appreciate that, but at the same time, it is hard to get excited about a stat mech problem when I really just want to be looking at immunology and cancer and that sort of research. So anyway, all that to say, classes were difficult, the P sets were hard, but we worked together as a team of first year students and ended up forming really close friendships, which I would say is definitely the highlight of the fall semester for me, with just all the friends I made and how close we all became by the end of it. So yeah, every grad program's a little bit different. I can only speak from my experience here at MIT. Now that the fall is done, I feel like I have that under my belt. I can look forward to the spring now with some new energy. I'm in a lab. I'm super excited about the research. So I just have like 1 semester left of pretty intense classes. We had 2 core classes in the fall that I just described. We have 2 core classes in the spring, which are transport and kinetics. These 2 should be interesting again. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of the same P sets every week, office hours, difficult content, all that fun stuff thrown into these classes. And I think I'm ready for it. I don't know, at this point, I really just kind of want to be in the lab, but I know that that's something that every grad student is going through right now in my program. And we just gotta get through it. We gotta get through it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. So those classes start up next week, and I can't wait to see what the semester brings. nice and nutritious dinner for one with some grays. Alright, that's about all she wrote for the day. I'm gonna watch some more Grey's Anatomy, eat some ice cream, wait for Sam to come home, and then go to bed. So that should about do it also for this video. I'm not gonna come on here and promise super consistent uploads. I am gonna try. My goal is to put out 2 videos a month. We shall see. This is my state of mind heading into another busy semester. I don't know how it's actually going to treat me, but yeah, the goal is 2 videos per week. Sam and I also started a pretty fun project on Instagram. It's called Apartment 2 Menu, apartment being APT. Over on Instagram, we like posting our meal preps, what we're making for dinner. Sam tries his hand at a bunch of craft cocktails. It's a fun page. We're just doing it because we're passionate about cooking and making fun drinks, and it's a creative outlet for the both of us, and we have to make dinner anyway, so why not film? I cannot wait to look back at these videos when I'm like a 4th or 5th year PhD and just remember my time living in this apartment, stressing about classes and not just research. It's gonna be wild. This is gonna be a wild journey. So if you guys like this video and you want to see more, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all those normal YouTube things. I hope you guys are staying happy and staying healthy out there. Get some sunlight, get some exercise because you deserve it. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very soon. Bye.